morning to you, our viewers, and welcome to the maiden edition of The Chat.
The Chat is an enlightenment show that brings out about more knowledge and to build up more information so that our viewers can learn, unlearn, and relearn. Sit back and relax to enjoy the show. My name is Nadia, and my partner is
Hanizuna. Let us quickly go for a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be introducing our guest to you. Please stay tuned.
You're welcome back to the show, and without wasting our time this morning, we have one of our guests in the studio. She is the CEO, P. Beacon Services Limited, in person of Mrs. Love Izunaka. You're most welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful day to be between both of you. Thank you for bringing me here.
Without much ado, let us move straight to the topic for today. Encouraging excellence amongst students without losing one's self-esteem. Ma, what does it mean to have excellence in one's academics, and how can excellence be achieved as a school trophy?
Okay, thank you once again, Karen, for that question. The first thing you have to talk about is what is excellence. Do you understand? So, what do you understand by the word excellence? Excellence simply means, let me put this in a very short form. It simply means a step higher than normal merits. That's what it means. A step higher than normal merits. When you come to the school, because we're talking about academics performance here, the school has their average points. And when a child performance goes above the school average point, that's when you talk about excellence, right? So how can a child now be able to achieve that excellence? The first thing the child has to understand is the reason why he or she is in the school. Why are you in the school? That's the first thing a child has to understand. Why are you in the school? One, the first thing that brings a child in school is academics performance. And not just to have a manageable performance, but to have an excellent performance. That is number one thing that brings a child in the school. Then the second thing that brings a child in the school is moral excellence. Are we together?
Yes.
Moral excellence. There are so many things that a child needs to learn in line with academics performance. And moral excellence is always the main expectation of the society from each child in the school. That is why the campaign that every child must attend to school is always there. Because there are certain things in moral aspect that the child will learn in school that the child may not get when he or she is not in school. So that moral excellence is the expectation of the society from each child that is in school. The next expectation is the expectation from your parents that are paying your school fees, making sure that you are in a good state, both mind and soul and body, and making sure that they provide a conducive environment for you. There is an expectation from those parents, and that is excellent performance or excellent results. So when you are coming home, your parents are not expecting to see a manageable result. They are expecting to see excellence in everything. Then the next one, which is the last one, which I call the main expectation, is the expectation from yourself. You as a student, there is something yourself is expecting from you. You as a student, there is something yourself is expecting from you. And that is what? Do you know what it is? I call it excellent progress. Excellent progress. Because yourself understood that there was a time you were a baby, right? And when you were a baby, you were in nursery school, you have the way that you were doing, right? Now that you are in the class you are now, in the grade that you are now, you are no more behaving the way you were behaving when you were in nursery school, right? So that is progress. And your self-demand from you is that your progress will not just be ordinary progress. It should be an excellent progress. Do you understand? It must be an excellent progress. So how will you achieve that excellent progress? By paying attention to every damn thing that you are being taught in school. Sometimes you'll be given a project, and that project, to you, it will look as if, how can I do this? Oh my God, how can my child be expecting this thing from me? Why? No, you don't need to ask why. What you need to know, one, is that there is something that made your teacher to give you such projects. And two, you should understand that your teacher believes in you. Three, there is something that your teacher has seen in you which you have not known. So it is now your duty as a student to allow that thing to come up. And how do you allow it to come up? By venturing into that project that you have thought is a hard or difficult thing for you to do. When you venture into it, you will see that you have the capability and the capacity to carry it out. Thank you.
You're most welcome to our show, the chat, and we've looked into many issues, which our first guest has done justice to it. But knowledge is a continuous process, and that is why we have in the studio Coach Wale Adejuigbe. Coach Adejuigbe is a management consultant and fashion business coach. Coach Wale, welcome to the chat this morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I believe you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's such a pleasure for me to be here. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much for having me here. And good morning, the offline guests. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
All right.
Coach Wale, excellence and
Yes.
self-esteem. What do you say to this?
Okay. Please, can you get back? I really didn't pick that.
Coach Wale, excellence and self-esteem. What do you say to this?
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. Excellence and self-esteem. The higher your excellence, the higher your self-esteem. I think one of the things that happens when we talk about excellence is the fact that people naturally want to associate with excellence. Everybody, when you have a child that scores 90 over 100, everybody celebrates excellence. Everybody appreciates excellent results. And when you are being celebrated, what really happens is that your esteem, your self-esteem begins to increase. That's very important. So when you have someone that is doing poorly or badly, one of the things that happen is that the celebration will not be that much, especially in an uninformed setting. You have people that instead of celebrating a child that is still in process, a student that is still in process, they tend to criticize in a destructive way. They tend to do shame. And what all this begins to do is that it reduces the esteem of the child. So anytime we talk about excellence, the higher it becomes, the higher the self-esteem. The lower it gets, the lower the self-esteem. And this is the reason why, this is one of the reasons why we push it into students and pupils, that you have to come up with excellent results for so many reasons. A major part of that reason is because of your esteem as a student. The feel, please quickly let me talk about what self-esteem is. Self-esteem means the important feeling that you have, the feeling that you are loved, you are respected, and you are needed. It's a feeling, and it is in everybody. It's not just in young or children. It's in adults. It is even in old people. The feeling that you are loved, the feeling that you are respected, the feeling that you are needed. Some students don't feel needed in the family. Oh, because I am the third born, and I'm not doing so well in academics yet. So my dad looks at me and does not laugh. My dad just go away like that. He doesn't greet me. Or my dad looks at my younger ones and laugh and play with them, but when it comes to me, he does not. So because of that, the esteem is not intact. Why? I have a feeling that I'm not loved by my dad. Oh, my teacher does not like me. That is self-esteem. And ultimately, we discover that the more the excellence, the more the esteem. In other words, the feeling of being liked, being loved, and being respected. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You are a management consultant and a fashion business coach. With your education, what excellence do you derive from this, as fashion people are seen as people in the lower ladder? Can you throw more light to this?
Okay. I would like to first say this, that excellence is excellence is inside out. Excellence is inside out and not outside in. There are so many people that have said, oh, people in fashion are in the lower level, or lower ladder of things. But in that same fashion industry, we have people that are doing it and they are at the highest level of the society. They have foundations, they have sponsored people, they have done a lot with it. And the reason is because of their excellence in expression, not just excellence in product. There is, for example, look at the shirt that I'm wearing, the shirt that you are the moderator, look at the uniform that you are putting on. It was made by a fashion designer. Now, it is excellent. However, these products can be very excellent, but the expression of that person is not excellent. The result that we have in an industry is not a product of the industry. Just as we have some schools, they are doing well in the school, but when it comes to their expression, they are not really doing well. So excellence, from my own perspective, I believe that excellence is inside out. I should not use what is happening in the entire place to determine how I'm going to do my own thing. However, I should do my thing irrespective of what is happening around, so that my work will get noticed and then I begin to move. The result people, or people that have results, are not people that look at outside to determine what they are going to do. So if I'm in fashion, I don't look at what is going on outside or in the industry of fashion, especially what people are saying, to determine my action. I first take excellence as a value system. It is my value. So I don't care if there are 3 fashion designers around me and they are living low life. All I care about is this passion that I'm doing is going to take me to my dream. It will achieve my dream. I want to travel around the world. I want to meet Giorgio Armani. I want to meet Gucci and Prada. Now, that is a decision that I have made, irrespective of what is going on around. This same thing is applicable to students. When you say, oh, there is nobody that scores 70 in that course or in that subject, the people that did score 70 is not my concern. My own concern is that how am I going to do it to score 70? Why? Excellence is first inside out. I don't even care what the teacher has said. Some teachers pride in the fact that they get to a class and tell students, nobody score above 50 in my subject. And because of that, you see a lot of students saying to themselves, oh, he has said we can't score above 50. However, there is somebody in that class that says to himself, I don't care what the teacher says. I don't care what everybody has said. I am going to score above 50. So the perspective that I believe that excellent people should have, irrespective of what you do, either you're a school owner or you're a fashion entrepreneur or you're a student or you're a child, a parent, a teacher, don't first be about what is happening outside. Define what is going on inside of you as a value. I am going to be excellent in this thing I'm doing. That is the most important thing to do. And you begin to see that everything begins to pave way. Thank you very much.
How can you educate students on the need to promote excellence in all they do without losing one's self-esteem?
Fantastic. The first thing for a student to promote excellence in what they do, you should know, every student should know that excellence is not taught. I can't teach you excellence. You will only catch excellence. You catch excellence. You can't teach excellence. That is why nobody can put you in a class that is titled How to be Excellent. No, it is not possible. You can't be in a class that is going to teach you how to become excellent. You will see excellent things and then begin to copy it. So students, if you want to promote excellence, make sure that you are around an excellent environment. Make sure that you see an excellent student that is in your class and you become a friend to that one. Don't go and be friend with somebody that does not care about becoming excellent. Because if you want to be excellent, you have to catch it. Nobody will teach you. You will catch it. Somebody will display it and you will copy it. That is what happens also when you look at it outside. When you are preparing for your exam, final examination or family examination or external examination, you have to understand that you need to work with people that are excellent. Work with people that are excellent. That is the first thing that you need to do. Secondly, excellence is practice-based. It is not person-based. It is not today that is, it is not only today that can be excellent. It is not only Simeon. It is not only Agnes. It is not only Jedidiah that can be excellent. It is not a person. It is practice. The reason why Tunde is scoring 80 over 100 is because there are things that Tunde is doing consciously or unconsciously that I need to study so that I will practice it. When I train students about becoming, scoring high in examination and academic performance, I used to ask some of them, how many of you can play piano? And then I see few hands. Some people will say, oh, I can play. Some people say, oh, I cannot play. Then I bring piano. I say, play now. Then I have students that will play piano very well. And then there's another one that can't play at all. Then I ask, what is the difference between the two of them? And everybody says, oh, it's because this one can play piano and this one cannot play. I said, that is not true. The difference between someone that can play piano and the one that cannot play is because the person that can play has committed time to practice it. And the other person that cannot play has not committed time to practice playing of piano. That is the way academic performance is. That is the way excellence is for students. If you have someone that is always the first in your class as a student, there are things that that person is doing that you are not doing. There are things that that person do at home that you are not doing. So a good way to do it is either to ask the person or to stay close to the person. Ask, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you do? Can I see how you write your notes? Can I see how you read? So excellence is practice-based. It can happen to anybody as long as you believe, as long as you are determined. You know, a lot of students don't believe that they can be the first in their classes. A lot of them don't believe that they can look well. Why? Because they look at other students and say, oh, this one's is because the fat daddy has car. It's because the mommy is the one that used to bring her. And it's because it is motorcycle that used to bring me to school. That is the reason why I am not excellent. That is not true. That is not true. Excellence is by practice. It's not person-based. It's not based on background. You can be scoring low now, and in the next one session, you are the top in the class. You have to follow this thing that I've just said. So a student that wants to promote excellence must believe that it is outside in, inside out, and it is caught. I catch it. I follow my friends that are excellent. Stop following people that are scoring low. They are the ones that you follow to go and buy things. They are the ones that you sit beside them in class. When it is time to do tests, you want to sit beside them also. When you are reading, they don't even read. However, start working with the bright ones in your class. When they are reading, sit beside them, start reading. If you have difficulty in something, ask those ones. Why? Because excellence is about you catching things, and it is about your practices. Thank you very much.
Your parting shot as we wrap up, Coach Wale.
I can hear that. Okay.
Your parting shot as we wrap up, Coach Wale.
Oh, okay. I would like to say that excellence is paying attention to little things instead of the big things. I leave you with this. Every student, educators, fashion entrepreneurs, life generally, either in family or as a child, as a parent, you must pay attention to little things. Little things. You are going into exam hall. Simple thing like read the instruction before answering the question is a little thing, but it has cost a lot of people. Pay attention to little things. When you are done dressing, you are told to tuck in your shirts, but there is a place where the button is not fitting well. Little thing. Even though you tuck in the shirt very well, but you still see that the button is not properly fit somewhere. It is because you don't pay attention to the little things. So I leave you with this word. Always take care of the little as it is, as tiny as it looks. Please dot your I's and cross your T's as many times as possible. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Coach Wale Adedribe, for coming on the chat this morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Back to the studio. Ma, is there any way someone can lose one's self-esteem when excellence is jeopardized, and what is the solution out?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Coach Wale, for those impacts that you have made in the lives of our students. You know, when Coach Wale was talking, it was as if he was with me when I was talking with other students at the assembly ground. He was just saying exactly the same thing I told them over there. The main thing for you as a student is do away with competitive mindset. Focus on yourself. What normally brings down self-esteem? I can't start explaining what is self-esteem. Coach Wale has done that. Among students, what normally brings down self-esteem is when you begin to have competitive mindset. Instead of you having the mindset of excellence, personal excellence, you're having competitive mindset. So what you're now focusing on is your fellow classmates and no more yourself. And once your focus is diverged, there will be a lot of mess. And when that mess begins to creep in, you begin to lose your self-esteem. So the first thing a student must do is to focus on him or herself. That's the first thing. When you focus on yourself, it will help you to understand your aim of being in school. You know, I streamline mine just to the school because we are talking to the students. If I'm talking to the working class people, I'll know how I will have addressed them. So because we are talking to the students, I'm bringing mind focus on students. So the first you have to do is focus on yourself. Why are you in school? You are in school for what? Total package of excellence, which is number 1, academics, number 2, morale, number 3, performance, number 4, progress. So you have to be focused on yourself. What will you do for you to be able to achieve all this excellence? Number 1, shun competitive mindset. That's number 1 for you. Number 2, create out your reading ability, not just in school. Create out your reading ability at home. Have a schedule for yourself, how you study at home. Whether you are given assignment or not, make sure you have it. When you have it, you know what it does. It helps you to read ahead of your teachers. And trust me, teachers, they love a student like that so much. They don't joke with such a student. When you read ahead of your teachers will see that you are bringing assignment to them. You are bringing challenge to them. And do you know what it does to your teachers? It makes your teachers to always get themselves prepared, because they know that they have a student who will always bring out what they do not prepare for. Because of that, you see your teacher, they will also be on their toes. Do you understand it? But when you are relaxing, oh, my teacher stops at this place, you all relax until when we get there. You will see that most times you will not finish your, what do you call it? Your plan, your schedule, your scheme for the term. And it's not right. So you as a student, schedule your personal reading ability. That's the second thing. The third thing, don't hate your teachers. I keep mentioning this thing anywhere I go to talk to students, because I experienced it. I'm a victim of that. I hated my biology teachers when I was in school, and that was the subject that spoiled my WAEC results. So don't hate your teacher. Love your teachers. Just have it in your mind that whatever your teacher does to you is for your own good. When you leave that school, if you don't want to have anything to do with that teacher, you go your way, the teacher goes his or her way. But if you want to continue your relationship with the teacher, that is on you. But as long as you're in school, don't hate your teachers. Love your teachers. Then the next one is you must have your goals setting. As a student, it sounds somehow, right? You must have your goal setting. Remember, I'm talking about how to maintain your self-esteem, how to still maintain parity on the road of excellence. Do you understand? So that you don't jeopardize your self-esteem. Do you remember that's the question you asked me? So the next thing, you must have your goal setting. What do I mean by goal setting? You know that if, as two of you, and I think you're in grade 7, right? You're in grade 7, right? In this your grade 7, you know that what is running for you now is just like a term and few weeks. You are in second term now, right? So remaining a term and few weeks. Your goal setting is that after this a term and few weeks, you will no more be in grade 7. You are going to grade 8. And you don't want to enter grade 8 on manageable performance. Remember, yourself is demanding excellent progress from you. Therefore, you will put all your efforts to make sure you achieve that excellent progress. Then that will help you to attain into grade 8. So what you will do to maintain excellence in order to shun jeopardizing your self-esteem is to be focused. Focus on yourself, not on people around you. Thank you.
Ma, do parents and teachers have a role to play in this situation? If yes, what are their individual roles?
Thank you so much for that question. Parents, I am a parent, so I'm among all of us. We have our big role to play. Yes, because of the way things are in our society, even the mothers are always out. 4:30 we are out. 10 p.m., 11 p.m. when our children have mostly gone to bed, we are coming back home. Yet we have our role to play. Our children must feel us. They need direction. If we don't give them that direction, they might be misdirected. Teachers can't do everything for us. Our children, they need us. For the brain of a child to remain active, proactive, the child needs to eat good food. The child needs good meal. And the good meal is not for you to go and be spending 1 million naira in the market. No. With that same 1,000 naira, you can prepare good meal for your child. Health-wise, we need to take care of the health of our children. How many times do you take your child out to clinic? Do you check your child? Do you deworm your child? Do you treat your child against malaria, fever? How do you take care of your child? Medical checking, vital medical checking. We need it. We need what we call family checking once in a while. You may put your own once in a quarter. You take all your family to the hospital. Daddy, mommy is the work for both of you. It's not the duty of daddy or duty of mommy. It's the duty of both of you. You put hands together. Who is available will take the children to the clinic and check them from head to toes to make sure that they are healthy. Now, the next thing that parents need to do is to make sure that whatsoever assignment, project given to them are done. Yes, you are not meant to do it for your child or for your children, but your duty is to monitor them at home. Make sure that they carry it out the way it should be. Where they need direction, you help them, give them the direction they need. Where they need assistance, give them the assistance. If you have a grown-up child who can assist, make sure that that child assists the younger one as he should. Then, in terms of payment, it is our duty to make all necessary payments for our children. Yes, parents, these are our duties. I put our because I have a child in school also. Now, coming to teachers. Hey, teachers, I'm always opening eyes on teachers. I wish the teachers of that my children have passed through are listening. They will be laughing wherever they are because they know I don't take it easy on them. Teachers have a great role to play. Yes, sometimes students can be funny. Sometimes they can press you to the wall, and that is why you're a teacher. You have already made provision for that. They will press you to the wall. When they press you to the wall, that is when you will just hug them. Instead of them holding you at the neck, you hug them, all the hands will come down, and you will take them back to the seat, and then you give them what they need. It is your duty as a teacher to make sure that each of your students understand what you have taught. A child that is a slow learner, it is your duty as a teacher to help that child to come up. It's not talking down that child. Talking down the child is called oral abuse, and it's a bully, and it can shut down that child, and it will destroy the self-esteem of that child. Secondly, teachers, it's your duty to checkmate the books of the students. Do they come to the school with the necessary books they should come to? Are they doing the right thing? The assignment, the project, are they carrying out as it should? If they are not, you make your management to know, and the parents will be gotten alongside, and everything will be worked out perfectly. But when a teacher keeps quiet, the management will not know what is going on, and the student will not even understand that what is going on is against him or her, and thereby bringing poor performance, and the name of the school will be at stake. So teachers, you have a lot to do. The next one is a moral aspect. Yes, teachers, these students, they stay more with you than their parents. I have to be practical here. They stay more with you than the parents. So most times you see yourself noticing some changes in the students than their parents. So it is the work of the teachers to pay attention, especially when you are noticing a bad attitude or character in that child. Pay much attention. Take notice of that. If possible, document it and then tender it to your management. If it's something you know that you can't handle, tender it to your management. When you tender it to your management, then the manager will put hands with you together and then be handling that child. When it gets to the point where the management can't keep it alone to the school, they will get the parents into the matter and all hands will be on deck and the child will be saved. So teachers, you have a lot to do. I don't want to go about your lesson notes and all what not. That one you know is your duty already. I'm talking about your duty for the child or for your students. The next thing also, teachers, don't be bossy to your students. Don't shout a lot to your students, because children of this day, if you shout too much on them, they will just shun from you. When they are talking, yes ma, yes ma, yes ma, yes ma, you think it's not entering their ear. And before you know, they begin to frustrate you as a teacher. So minimize shouting. When you know they're trying to make you to shout, pretend, go out. When you come back, you handle that child. There is always a place for discipline. Please discipline your students. Me, I'm not among the parents that will say, don't discipline my child. Discipline students, but don't go and bully them. Bullying is different from disciplining a child. I believe that my points are being met clear. Thank you so much.
We must appreciate and thank you for joining us this morning. We have to go for a commercial break, and after that, we'll be rounding up the show.
To our viewers, you can see how our guests were able to do justice to the issue of excellence and self-esteem as two different things that work hand in hand, but do not necessarily affect the productivity of the students, but should spur them to do more, to always be at the top and achieve more excellence.
As we wrap up this morning, we want to appreciate all our viewers for being part of the chat. Next week will be another day. Thank you for joining. Bye.
My name is Obnoiki Nadia,
And I am Carly.
bye for now.